Hi, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Kira.
And we are the Keepers of the Books, your online librarians, and we're here with the weekly reads. We have some fantastic books for you.
So some of the books you get to look forward to today.
And you're going to want to stay tuned to the end.
My favorite this time, Caraval, which will be my last book, so make sure to stay tuned.
There's no way I can pick a favorite out of my three.
They were all really good this week.
I have a review of the new Brandon Mull book. The art was fantastic, and I was carrying it around the school while I was reading it. I had some children who probably would have mugged me for this book. And they're like, that book's not out. How did you get that? Wait, but I want to read that. And I learned not to carry arcs of these kind of books around the school without covering the cover.
Yeah.
But it's good publicity, and I had a good idea of how many copies to buy for the library.
It's true.
My first book is Dreaming the Bear by Thebo. It has a really simple cover, and it comes out April 11th, 2017. My only thing is I'm not sure kids are going to pick up this book because of the cover.
Yeah, that's too bad, because you said it was a really good book.
This book, I could not put it down. It's amazing. It's like a newer version of survival books like Hatchet by Paulson. The main character's a girl, though. It's really interesting because I've been able to make some parallels to the news lately. 6 months ago, Darcy's dad, he's a naturalist, he moved their family from England to Yellowstone National Park. And if you know anything about the snowstorms up there, it's not just that there's a lot of snow and it's really cold, there are whiteouts. And not whiteouts as in a really bad blizzard, but whiteouts as in you literally can get lost on your porch and die. So this does have some of those survival things in there. Her brother's best friend ends up getting stuck with them. Power goes out. So it's one of those really bad blizzards. Yeah, she's a teenager. She misses her friends. She misses civilization. And at the same time, she's having these really strange dreams, like out-of-body experiences. When she's out snowshoeing one day to get air and exercise, she stumbles upon this cave and she pretty much almost dies. She's really, really sick, and she's getting sicker pretty much every day. And the bear actually, it's in hibernation, but it's waking up to go to the bathroom and stuff. The bear is really injured too, and its cubs were killed. And the bear and Darcy form this bond. And Darcy makes some mistakes on helping the bear. She doesn't help it the way that she should help the bear. She can barely take care of herself, let alone a bear. How much does a bear eat? It's another one of those ones that I just could not put it down. And in the news lately, there has been this story about a deer that showed up in a town in Utah, and the people in the neighborhood started feeding it and taking care of this deer as a baby. The Wildlife Service is moving it. They think it can still survive. They put a tracker on it and they relocated it, but then it found its way to a farm. And this family started going, well, what do we do? This really sweet deer is here and it's playing with our kids and it's like hanging out with the horses. And anyways, the Wildlife Service has had to relocate it again. This is an area that really should know better not to take care of wildlife and to let the Park Service or the Wildlife Service do it. I think this would be a really good one in the classroom because the concept in the book would appeal to boys a lot. But your main character is a girl, and so it is going to appeal to girls a lot. And then you have stories like that in the news, and so I really think you could work this into curriculum. You have the current events, you have the nonfiction tie-in, so this is going to work in curriculum for a lot of grades. I'm going to say ages 12 and up. It does have some gruesome details, and the ending is so realistic and heartbreaking, and yet at the same time so enduring and loving. And this is a review book from Random House.
The Curse of the Were-Hyena, a Monstertown Mystery, Book 1 by Bruce Hale. This is a review book copy from Disney Hyperion. This book is a very interesting combination of unique and adventure and supernatural all in one. Basically, the main character's teacher is turning into what they think is a were-hyena. His behavior is just becoming really erratic, and there is an evil force behind why he turns into this were-hyena. So the teacher's Mr. Chu, the main characters are Carlos and Benny, and they enlist the help of somebody in town who seems to know a lot about the supernatural stuff, and they'll have to team up to try and figure out how to turn the teacher back into a human before his change becomes permanent. It has some really fun pictures, and you can see that it's just really silly pictures that are very detailed and entertaining. Bruce Hale does a great job of illustrating books. So if you like anything that's supernatural, funny, and silly, you'll like this one, especially if you've liked ones like the Rat Brain Fiasco.
What about the Banicula Celery book?
Oh yeah, Banicula by James Howell. Banicula. He likes to suck the vegetables of their juices. If you're a reluctant reader, you'll really like this one too, just because it's a quick read. I couldn't put it down. You could go as low as 3rd or 4th grade, but it's more of a 5th grade up to about 9th grade, or ages 10 to 14. This is a review book from Disney Hyperion.
Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth.
The long-awaited review.
I was really tired. And it was very late. And I fell asleep in what had to be the worst scene to fall asleep in ever. Nightmares. Disturbingly crazy nightmares. But the book is really good. And it's not a nightmare horror kind of book. It's just the scene itself. You have Syra and Akos. And Syra has this brother who's the prince. And he just is so twisted, like the way he's been taught to rule, and their father's dead and their mother's dead, and he can't even handle doing his own dirty work, so he has Syra do it for him. It's not that Syra can really handle it either, it's just that she has this ability through her current gift to transfer the pain to other people. And the brother, the crazy tyrant brother, has the ability to take his dark, torturous memories that he can't handle, and he swaps them as a form of torture into other people and takes their happy memories instead. So you have that pair, and then you have Akos, and you have people who are oracles, and the crazy tyrant brother and his gang go to get the oracle, but she's not there. And there's the upcoming oracle, which turns out to be the brother. They kill the dad, they kidnap the brother and the older brother, and the older brother, Akos, is one of our main characters, and he's the one who makes it so you can't feel pain. The tyrant brother's decided that he's gonna make the little brother, and the little brother's from Thuba. Thuba's this planet that makes these like ice flowers, and these ice flowers have abilities when brewed properly to be potions that can do different things or be poisonous. And Akos has the ability to make these potions and to use the flower, which not everybody's allowed to have. So he's going to teach Syra how to take care of that stuff. And Syra, the pain is just overwhelming for her, and Akos makes it so that she can't feel pain. Crazy brother has paired them together so that Syra is a better torture device. You have these two worlds and some other worlds around them pretty much at war, and you have Syra, who's from Shotet. Well, her brother is trying to basically make them over more territory, take power. It's a really good book. It's a very, very unique concept. I don't think I've read anything like this ever before. Definitely sci-fi. And I'm gonna say grades 8 and up, or ages 13 and up. It's a good book. It's just...
sounds a little gruesome.
It is gruesome because Carve the Mark is what they do to their skin when they're recording the death of someone that they've caused the death of. Or the memory in some cases, but you do the mark a little different for that. You like cancel it out. Only one person can have the mark for each person. So when they're saying Carve the Mark, they're actually talking about cutting into their flesh and putting this dye on it so that it's like a tattoo. But look, it's autographed. The ending is so not what I expected, and I can't wait till the next book. There's got to be another book.
Mutant Mantis Lunch Ladies, the sequel to Curse of the Were-Hyena by Bruce Hale. Another book I thought of that if you liked it, you would like this one. Anything by Bruce Coville. It has very Bruce Coville alien supernatural feel to it. A lot like My Teacher is an Alien, but it does have some similar elements to his Magic Animal Shop ones as well. And this one, the Lunch Ladies, they think have turned into mutant mantises, and they think they too might be connected. Can they figure out how to turn them back into lunch ladies, or do they come that way? I just love how he mixes horror with humor and just really engages you as you read them. And this one is also for grades 5 to 9 or ages 10 to 14. And this is a review book from Disney Hyperion.
I get to review Dragonwatch. This is from Brandon Mull, and he is a New York Times bestselling author from Utah. This is from Shadow Mountain. This, seriously, I thought Fablehaven was absolutely amazing. And I loved Fablehaven because it was a great book for getting kids who were reluctant readers to read.
So you have had to read Fablehaven to read this one?
No, but it'll help a lot. You'll understand the world better in some of the references, but honestly, I think you would be okay just starting at Dragonwatch. I thought Fablehaven was great. This one is even better. Fablehaven's pretty much been stabilized since, and this will spoil some things from book 5 in Fablehaven. So basically, Seth and those guys have destroyed the demons and sent them away and all of that, and the dragons helped. And if you read the first couple chapters and you don't want to read the rest of the book, there's something probably wrong with you. Especially if you have read Fablehaven. But in all the dragon sanctuaries, they're like usurping the controls that have been put there, and they're trying to basically say, we want out of our preserves and we want to take over the world again.
Uh-oh, never a good sign.
But they're saying, oh, we won't take over the world. We won't eat all the people. We'll do this in a controlled manner. We're imprisoned here and we don't like it, and let's see what we can do to get out. The person who is in charge of the sanctuary at Wormroost is a dragon in human form, and it's supposed to be immortal. The co-caretaker is Celebrant the dragon, and then this dragon who's in mortal form inside, and they thought that would be enough to control the dragons, but Celebrant's trying to expose a weakness and take over, but they don't know if he actually knows that he's exposing that, and he has a scepter and they have the amulet. Then that's supposed to keep everything safe. But it's not quite working, and they don't want Celebrant to know that because he's been attacking the sanctuary main house. So the person who takes care of the dragons, he goes to Fablehaven and he says, hey, Kendra and Seth, together you guys are dragon tamers. The Dragonwatch guys are like, you're our last hope because there aren't a lot of dragon tamers left. And by the way, we're going to connect Fablehaven in that place, and you are going to go see if you can stop this and take care of it. And the book opens with, obviously, the introduction of that concept. Kendra and Seth's cousins are staying at Fablehaven.
Oh, are they the really annoying ones?
Yes. But they don't know that Fablehaven's magic. And the little girl is so cute. And she's dancing around and she's pretending, well, we think she's pretending. She loves fairies and fairy princesses. And they're dancing around and she's like, butterflies and dragonflies. Oh, look at this princess and look at her dress. And Kendra, of course, is fairy kissed. And she is friends with the Queen of the Fairies. She kind of wants to be dating this unicorn who is the Queen of the Fairies' son. Then they go off on this magical adventure to stop the dragons and save the humans, and to save Wormroost. Amazing book, so good. I thought Fablehaven was great, but now I have to wait over a year to read the next one. That Dragonwatch by Brandon Mull is a review copy from Shadow Mountain Books. It's going to be grades 4 through 8 is who it's made for, but there's no way this is going to be contained to grades 4 through 8. Ages
10 up to about 13,
you know what?
14?
I would say 15 or 16 is even, because I know there are high school kids who read this series still, or read these books.
This is one of those books, I think, that spans all ages. I know parents who read it with their kids, the Fablehaven series, and they absolutely love it as much as their kids do.
I have teachers who try to extend dear time just to read the Fablehaven books. Let's just have dear time until the end of the chapter, even though the bell rings.
Caraval by Stephanie Garber. This book was absolutely impossible to put down. I wanted to keep reading and reading and reading, and now I'm like, oh man, I gotta wait for the sequel, because it seems like there will be a sequel in store. I can see why this is a bestseller right now. Oh my gosh, just how everything plays into it is amazing, and I probably can't do it justice. Just know I highly recommend it. So you have Scarlet and her sister Tella, and their father is a very abusive man and quite evil. Scarlet is supposed to be getting married, and Tella doesn't want her to have to get married to this count who she's never met, because you don't know if he's acting. So she arranges for them to go to their long-awaited dream of going to Caraval, which is this really bizarre, complex contest that takes place on the Island of Dreams. So even though it sounds like a carnival, it's really not. But when they get there, Tella gets kidnapped by the founder of this Caraval legend, and legend has some ties to their past. Scarlet knows that if she doesn't win the contest and save her sister, something bad is bound to happen to Tella because of this past. Against her will, she is pulled into the game and has to try and beat all these really almost life-threatening challenges, because they get increasingly harder as she goes on. Can she save her sister and stop legend? Will she ever be able to just escape and get away from her father? You'll have to find out. I just think this is the most action-packed book I've read in a while, and I've read a lot of great books lately. Because of some more mature concepts, there's no language, but mature concepts, I recommend it for grades 8 and up or ages 13 and up.
There were so many great books this week. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. That helps to share the love of reading and books with everybody else. Want to tell us your thoughts on any of these books this week? We love to read, and we love to know what you guys like to read. So until next time, happy reading. Bye.